Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't have one. That was you this time.
That was a little bit on the spicy side, yes.
It sounds unexplored. Just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Well, we're back
Welcome
for
back to the
a
deep
dive, bro. Deep dive.
Better late than never. What's it been, like 2 weeks?
I think so, something like that. I don't even remember the last one we did.
Shit. I think,
I want to say it was, fuck, dude, I don't even know.
was it PlayStation? No.
No, I'm gonna go look right now. It's been a
Your
minute.
guess is as good as mine.
Oh, it was the goldfish brain. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit, but we're back. We're back. If you listened to the podcast episode a couple weeks ago, or even this last one, you can kind of guess what we're talking about today, because we mentioned talking about it for the next deep dive, which here we are. We decided to talk about the gig economy, bro. And by that, the gig is what I'm referring to, I guess, is side jobs, which a lot of people actually make them primary jobs at this point, and they just do an array of jobs on the side to make up for income. And so all these gig jobs are kind of the same foundationally, I think. They're all based on you accepting an offer that a company is giving for you to do work that they don't want to pay somebody full-time to do. And I'm not saying that necessarily a bad way, but mainly, for the most part, it involves your vehicle. I don't know if, unless I'm wrong, I don't know if there's any kind of gig work that you show up and do something in person and then you leave. I don't think that that's a thing. If it is, I'm not too sure in like what capacity.
Maybe like a task rabbit thing, like line standing and shit like that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they even have that.
Maybe,
but
yeah.
I guess the main thing that we're talking about whenever we talk about this is stuff that requires your vehicle, and that could include a whole array of things: Amazon Flex, Walmart Spark, DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, all sorts of shit. All sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was just a little definitional breakdown, I guess, before we get into the deep dive of what we are talking about whenever we say a gig job. It's one of those types. And if you still don't know what I'm talking about, I would just look up gig economy. It kind of relates to everything that we're talking about, but for the most part, like, we'll talk from experience as well. I don't know too much, and this is kind of where it'll be cool whenever we do the deep dive, because you know a little bit more about DoorDash and Uber and stuff, but now I've been doing Spark and I've been doing Amazon for a hot minute now too. So I feel like for Amazon and Spark, I have a pretty good handle on how that shit is and like what the algorithm is and that type of thing.
Yeah, for sure. I have a slideshow made up here. But yeah, like Ethan said, I still do DoorDash every now and then. Spoiler alert, it's definitely on the bottom of the list. Like, in my head it was, and then I put these charts together and it confirmed my suspicions.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Literally everything else is on top of it. Even if it's not by much, it's on top.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, whenever you look at that graph, it's like, holy shit, DoorDash doesn't make shit. But if you look at the numbers that are on the graph, like with the other ones, you can make as much as the other ones. But I really feel like it just depends on your area. And that's, one of the things that we're going to talk about in the deep dive. The area is such a big play in the gig economy, bro. Like, the different areas pay so different than others. Like us in Lubbock, Texas here, it's not a super big city, but it's also not a small one. It's big enough to have these type of gig work available. But like, I hear stories and see TikToks of other people in like Dallas doing Walmart Spark, and seeing their offers, it blows my fucking mind. They get paid like triple what we get paid. It's insane.
Yeah. And I just recently moved from Albuquerque, New Mexico to Tampa, Florida, and I was expecting to see like a huge jump in everything. DoorDash, it's a little more poppin' per se. Like the map's red almost 24/7, and you could hit start now, and you won't typically go longer than like 3 minutes without an offer. But the offers are dog shit, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Well,
Whereas in Albuquerque, you had to wait a fat minute. But when they did come, at the time I thought they were bad, but now I know they could get worse.
yeah. Well, that's very true. And I honestly feel like before, like, as we start this deep dive, I think that that's like the most important thing to establish is like what these gig economy jobs offer you, because
Yeah.
it's really not that great whenever you look at things in the long run. Like how you're saying right now, you get those offers, and we fell victim to this as whenever we first started doing Amazon, and also whenever we first started doing Spark. We like, I feel like for most people that haven't done gig work before, like whenever you get accepted for Amazon or for Walmart Spark or DoorDash, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like seeing that money pop up and you can just instantly accept it and you start earning money. It makes you think in your head like, oh shit, fuck yeah, like I can start doing this now. But it's not until you do it for a little bit that you realize what the algorithm is doing to your shit. Because it's
Bad.
real easy on Amazon Spark or on freaking Walmart Spark to see an order pop up for that pays like $50, and then you look at it a little bit closely, and it's because it goes 30 miles just one direction, so you also have to account for the gas and the amount of time it takes to get back to town so you can do another order, but also it's like you're shopping for 500 fucking items.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like that's like one of the big things about the gig economy to me. Like whenever since I've started doing this type of shit, it's like the fine print is there, but it's not so easily accessible, because at first you're just like, oh shit, I need to accept everything that comes my way because I need to start making money.
Yep.
No, it's worth it to wait, bro. I'm telling you, like people, I see it today. There was Amazon routes that dropped today, and they were paying $20 less than what I do a 3-hour route for. And I refused to accept it. And I kept saying refresh, and I was hoping that it would jump up to the amount that I'm used to. And it didn't, because people accepted it. And those people are ruining this gig economy. You guys are doing work for so much less than what it needs to be, and you're accepting it. And the reason why they keep putting your shitty offers on DoorDash is because people keep accepting them because they're desperate. Like, oh shit, there's an offer, accept right away. They're not like thinking about it. Like, no, you're not going to pay me that much money to drive 20 miles, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, they're not thinking about it. All they see is the freaking money numbers, but they're not taking into account how much work is put into it.
Yeah. On the business side of it, like this whole gig economy, like you said, it's a massive algorithm. And the problem is you don't really know how it works, and we probably never will because it's always evolving. But at the end of the day, it is not your typical 9 to 5. Like if your typical 9 to 5 was able to do this shit, they wouldn't be around for long, I feel like. but
Yeah.
they're playing with your money for sure.
Yeah.
And it's also easy to play like the victim card, but like you said, you just have to be mindful of it, and you can't let it slide.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most important part to this entire conversation of like what I would try to get across to people is like, if you're going to start doing gig economy stuff like Amazon Flex, Spark, DoorDash, whatever, don't just take everything at face value. You have to keep in mind like the work that you're putting into it as well. These companies, they don't care. They are going to put out as many routes and as many offers as they want for whatever price they fucking want. And it doesn't matter to them because they know that somebody will accept it. And the only reason why the shitty offers keep appearing is because people keep accepting it. So
Yep,
Walmart
exactly
knows
it.
like somebody will take this $60 to go 60 miles. Somebody will do it because they see $60 and you're like, oh shit, that's a lot of money that I could make within an hour or so of my time. But no, that's 120 miles theoretically that you're putting on in your gas tank on your car. the amount of time it takes to shop or go wait to pick up your shit, and you have to drop off all those different items. And by the time it's said and done, you just wasted like 3 hours of your fucking time and like a half a tank of gas for that one delivery for $60.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm bad about that on DoorDash. I need to get better on not taking shit because I have noticed if you keep taking the low, I mean, I'm talking like $2 and you go like 10 miles and it's like, bro, what are we doing here? And then stuff like DoorDash where you're relying on tips makes it even more difficult because you can accept something and then you could get tipped later on, like up to I think a day after. And so in your head, you're like, well, maybe I'll get a good tip. Nah, it almost never happens.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
what
Amazon,
Spark
you don't
does,
have that
too.
luxury.
Well,
Yeah, Amazon.
Spark is tipped.
Yeah, that's good. Amazon, you don't have that luxury unless you're doing the fresh, which I am not a flex driver. I'm still on the wait list, but I've been with my wife quite a few times, and we do the fresh out here. You get tips on there, but they're real bad. I don't I think we've had a whole episode about the tip
Culture.
economy,
Yeah.
so I won't go down that rabbit hole, but definitely tip your delivery drivers. You don't need the tip if you're going to like pick up a pizza and shit like that. But if you're getting something delivered, get your tip up in there. Come on.
Bro, that's one of my major complaints about Spark. And we've been tipped very well on quite a few orders, so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying in general. But there's been some fucked up instances that we've had, bro. Like, people, like those 30-mile long ones, Amazon, or I keep saying Amazon, freaking Walmart Spark is paying you $15 to go 30 miles, and the customer leaves a $2 tip. I'm like, $2? You understand what you're asking? You're making me go shop for your fucking groceries because you're too lazy to go to the grocery store yourself. So I'm going to spend an hour surrounded by all these different people that I don't even like or want to be around. Like, the Walmarts here slam just like everywhere else. Spend an hour of my time looking around, shopping, getting the exact little item that you want, because it all matters, bro. It's fucking funny to me whenever I'm like scanning shit. And it's like, oh no, they don't want the skin one. They want the skinless chicken. That's just right next to it. You can't have the skinless, bro. The sugar-free,
Beggars can't be choosers.
not the low sugar, the sugar-free. We have to go a little bit down the aisle to get the sugar-free, not the low. So anyway, but yeah, to see shit like that is insane to me. I'm like, you're tipping $2 for this shit, bro? You understand that there's not a Walmart in your town, so you know that they're coming from fucking Lubbock, and you're gonna tip $2, bro. That's insane.
Yeah, I've had that shit on DoorDash too, mainly the cash orders. Pizza, it'll be like $19.28, and they'll hand you a 20. Keep the change, and they sound all excited like they're doing you a favor. I'm like, oh, thank you so much for your fucking 80 cents.
You deserve it, dude.
Thank you so much. Yeah, good job.
Bro, we had this order. We've had a couple of fucked up ones on Spark, but we had this one. It was a $5 tip, but this lady lived in an apartment complex, and she ordered 8 cases of fucking water. The 40 count. And I was like, oh my God, this is insane. So we pick up all the water. Shit was insane. Bring it to there. And then inside the notes, bro, she said, knock 3 times and then text, quote, your Amazon order is here, end quote, to this phone number. I laughed so fucking hard. I was like, I really hope this lady comes out, because I'm going to legit be like, hold on. I got to knock 3 times. Hold on. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
All right. And then what? Oh, I got to text you? Okay. Even if she's out there.
Within 30
in person.
seconds.
Yeah. Dude, it was so fucking funny to me. Like, I was dying. I'm like, how are you about to be that entitled, bro? Go pick up your own 8 cases of water, then, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, we as a society have gotten so low. I was at Target earlier, and the fucking curbside pickup order over here has like a whole ass covered awning.
Yeah.
For the curbside parking spots. I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah. Bro, it's kind of insane. Like, it's kind of wild. Like, some of the orders that we've gone and shopped for and like delivered to people, it's literally like fucking cosmic brownies and a gallon of milk. I'm like, what am I doing right now, bro? What, you
Yeah.
couldn't run
I'll
down to
be
the store? Like what is this, bro?
I'll be door dashing like 6 wings from a restaurant inside a gas station,
Yeah.
and I'll be driving it like 20 minutes down the road. I'm like, what? There's a wing stop right here. First of all, and second of all, like, you're really gonna pay the delivery fee on like 6 wings? Like,
Yeah.
how? You're either broke as shit or you're just like you already ate dinner and you're still hungry. I don't know, but like, I
Just
think 6 wings
Just
will do me
6
good.
wings.
Yeah,
That's all
from
I
a
need.
gas station fryer.
Maybe a chimney.
Oh man,
No.
yeah, yeah. But I've seen some fucked up, some messed up customer notes too, um, with Amazon and DoorDash. Like people are just expecting you to do the most.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm doing you a solid.
one that legit made me mad on Amazon Flex once is they were telling me, because they kind of lived out in the boonies a little bit, and it literally said in the notes, don't be stupid, read the signs.
Wow.
Yeah. So I literally I almost on purpose wanted to drop it off somewhere just random, like in the middle of the street. Be like, I read
Yeah.
the signs, that I put it right underneath the sign, so take a picture and just fucking be on about my way. Like, that's so dumb to me that people are like that, bro. It's like, do you understand that people are people as well?
Yeah.
Like, you're not above anybody just because you're getting shit delivered to your front door. Just because you don't want to go shopping in freaking Walmart for your pack of family size Oreos and you want me to do it, that doesn't mean I have to bend and text you and knock 4 times and pet your cat on the way out the door just to do it, bro. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. I now live at a complicated address, and I have some notes in there to leave by the shed. And it has never once been left by the shed, but it's been on the property and it's been on my doorstep. So I'm not one to. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's only been misdelivered once, and that shit is annoying. If they mess up on that part.
Yeah.
Because it's relatively obvious. So there's both sides to it for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, some of the notes are just out of hand. Don't walk on my lawn, and then you get there, and it's like they're living on a whole acre, and there's no like fucking concrete path. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Fucking fly to your front door?
Delivery
drive on
driver
your lawn? I
must
can't walk
have a
on it.
hoverboard.
Yeah.
You're always just...
Yeah, those people with the 3-mile long driveways.
Yeah, that shit sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
Well, anyway, fuck, we haven't even gotten to the slide yet.
No, this is part of the slide, bro, because it's talking
Yeah.
about like our experiences as we get into this deep dive. So I definitely wanted to bring like my experience to the table before we like got into like the statistics and stuff, because it's I'm not going to sit here and bitch too much about it, because I'm grateful that we have this opportunity, and like this is what we use to like fund our like vacations and our fun money. This isn't like what we use for like essentials, you know what I mean? Like our bills and everything is paid through our main job, and we still have some extra spending money even after we pay all the bills. But this is what we use to get money for like long-term stuff, like big concerts like we've done, or big vacations, or going to horror conventions. And that's what we use gig work for. And I think that's coming up on a slide, so I'll talk more about that as we get to it. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to put my 2 cents in there before we started really going. And I'm sure I'll add some more stuff that I've seen personally as we keep going. But it's definitely kind of one of those thankless jobs. Like we've been like tipped very well before, and we've had good experiences. Honestly, most of the experience has been fine. Like, I don't really, but there's just been a couple, bro, where I'm like,
They'll leave a bad taste in your mouth.
yeah, like I'm like, am I really doing this right now, bro? Like, am I really delivering this 8 cases of fucking water to this apartment and looking at this note telling me to knock 3 times? Like, are you OCD? Like, what the fuck am I? Like, why?
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Like, I told Autumn, I was like, let's just shout at the door. Let's knock 3 times and be like, your Walmart order's here, and then leave.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, back to like the tipping, just really fast. If you put like an $80 order in, and you either don't have the money or have no intentions on tipping, then just don't tip. But when you do like 50 cents or like $2, to me that's more of a slap in the face than just nothing at all.
No, that's actually very true because DoorDash and all these gig works that do tipping, they calculate the amount that they're paying their driver based on your tip. So there's a base pay, but if the people don't leave a tip, they'll pay you a little bit more to cover that cost. And I don't think customers realize that. Like if you're not going to leave a tip, then just don't leave a tip, and the trip will be worth more for me as the driver. Do not say round up, because then they're going to accept that as the tip.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're good. They've been paid. Carry on.
Fucking dumb, dude.
All right. Well, we've been sitting on slide 1. I'm gonna go hit it with slide 2 here,
which we already talked about.
Yeah, pretty much. We could skip on that. I'll hit it with the number 3. This is gonna be. I'm on a different computer, so bear with me here.
I can kind of start talking about it while you look at, like, just as a whole. This is about Amazon Flex, necessarily, because honestly, whenever I haven't done all the gig works, I haven't done DoorDash. Well, I mean, I've experienced it with you, yes, but I haven't done it like personally. I was along for the ride whenever you were doing it, but I haven't done like Uber, whether that's Uber Eats or the people delivery. Delivering people, but like I've kind of seen, I've seen the fast food, the DoorDash. I've seen Amazon Flex now, the package-based shipping system, and now I've also seen the grocery system with Spark. So, and in my honest opinion, for the 3 that I've seen, Amazon Flex is not only the most efficient, but it is the best paying, in my humble opinion. I've taken some stupid fucking routes, don't get me wrong. I've been paid like $50 to go 50 miles, like I'm saying. But for the most part, majority, Amazon Flex is the most efficient, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, the graph agrees, but I'll let you take slide 3 since you have more experience with Flex anyway. I know you're already talking about it, but...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just kind of goes like based down like the line of like what Amazon Flex really offers whenever it comes to this gig work, because as we're going to get to in just a little bit, the downsides, there's pros and cons to everything, right? But one of the biggest cons to gig work is like the lack of consistency. You can turn on your DoorDash, you can turn on the Walmart Spark, but if nobody's ordering a lot of groceries at that time, nobody's ordering a lot of fast food at that time, which I know it depends on your area. Like we also said earlier, you might not make as much.
Yeah.
The difference with Amazon, in my opinion, is the way that they have everything set up. They've come out with like this system that really does work, in my opinion. I like their block scheduling, number one, because the block schedule is kind of efficient in what it is. And I do have my downside to it. I feel like it's stupid that if I sign up for 1 to 4 p.m. on a Saturday and I finish my route at 3 o'clock, 2:30, I should be able to accept another route. But Amazon does not let you if it cuts into your block. For what reason, I have no idea. If that's just to make sure that other people get offers, then I can respect that. But that is something that I feel like is unique to Amazon Flex, because all those other ones, you press turn on and you just start getting offers and you can scroll through and pick which one you want. Amazon is almost like a real job where you make your schedule, because you're doing it in hour increments, 3 hour, 4 hour, 2.5, 1 that you guys have over there, like all that type of stuff. It's almost like a real job in that sense. You can make your schedule theoretically days in advance, maybe even in some cases a whole week. You have everything mapped out, already scheduled, and you know what times, what amount that you're getting for that week, and you can look and you can add all those up and you can see how much you're going to make doing Amazon Flex. So I feel like that part of Amazon Flex is very sufficient. And then also the difference here, as well as Spark, I don't know about DoorDash, but Spark, their numbers can change. If you accept an offer for $30 total and you're going like 10 miles, which isn't bad, but $20 of that is a tip, people know, and they do this thing called tip baiting, and they'll do that so that way you're quick to accept and deliver their shit, but they can change their tip up to 24 hours after their order has been delivered. So some people will tip
That's wild.
$40 fucking dollars and people, of course, are going to be like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll carry 8 cases of water up to an apartment for $40. That's fucking sick. I'll break my back doing that. And then the next day, you sign onto the app and you see, wait a second, they changed that shit to 5. Or wait a second, they fucking took that tip off.
Crazy.
Yeah. Walmart Spark lets them do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Amazon Flex does not. Once you accept that block, you are getting paid for that amount of time as long as you show up. You are going to get paid whether or not they don't have a route, anything like that, you're going to get that money.
And sometimes even if you go more. My wife, if you either go past the time or if you feel like you drove a little obnoxiously far, they'll compensate. It might be like $5-10, but it's something. Yeah. But my point is you can sometimes get more. You'll never, ever get less.
Yeah, no, that's the badass part to Amazon Flex, in my opinion. You have your block schedule and you have your guaranteed base, which is unlike any of these other gig jobs that I've experienced. Once you accept a Spark order and you do it, they can cancel that shit while you're mid-shop, which hasn't happened to us, but we have had a trip canceled before we even got there, which, that's whatever at that point. It's just a waste of 5 minutes. But the day that somebody cancels a trip while I'm, like, in the middle of shopping for them, I will probably get pretty fucking heated.
Yeah.
I would have to go take all that shit back, and if it's refrigerated or frozen, I would feel bad. I'm not a waster, so I would want to go put it back with the milk and shit, but...
Yeah.
Oh, dude. But anyway, Amazon Flex is not like that.
It's Walmart. You can put a gallon of milk in the sweatshirt aisle. You'll be all right.
But me, personally, my morals, I don't want to waste it.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I know.
But the other stuff about Amazon is like the surge price. So, and I feel like this might be for all of them. During higher demand time periods, you will see an increase in price. For Amazon Flex, like last year during the holidays, holy shit, was there a lot of routes, number one. But number two, they paid almost double what we've been getting ever since then. So I'm kind of looking forward to the holidays coming up because I'm telling you, bro, we were taking like 3-hour blocks for like $100-$120 for a 3-hour. And like the 4s were like almost to 200, bro.
Yeah, DoorDash will do incentives every now and then, breakfast, rush, lunch, and dinner, but it's usually like $1 or $2 extra per order.
Yeah.
So nothing that drastic.
Yeah.
And also back to what you were saying about the scheduling. DoorDash, you can schedule, but in my experience, it's absolutely useless. You still just schedule and then you hit the go live button.
Yeah.
And nothing is really different.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the difference with Flex, though, because once you schedule it, like, that's your time. They can't change it. The only thing they can do is cancel the route. And if it's within 48 hours of that route being there, you're going to get paid still. So that's in my opinion, Flex is just the most beneficial way to do this kind of gig work. But it's a little bit harder to get into. You have to wait on a long wait list, as Logan said. And also, during non-peak times, like what we're in like right now, I feel like people are kind of saving up for like holidays and stuff. There's not a lot of routes right now for Amazon. That's kind of the positive to something like Walmart Spark, because everybody buys groceries every day. So...
Yeah, but that also goes back to area, because my wife has been doing okay. It has gone down a little bit, but there's hella options. But yeah, again, your mileage may vary. Damn, I'm fading out here. My video.
Well, the last two little pieces on Flex, though, the density, like the amount of packages that you have, like within a certain area, which in my experience as well is not always very good. Sometimes you'll have a package here and then a package 20 miles down the road. That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. But for the most part, I will say that Amazon does seem to kind of group it. So whether or not you're in the same area for the entire time, or you're in this area for half of the packages, and then you go 5 miles down the road and you're in this fucking neighborhood area for the last half, like for the most part, they do a decent job. But the one thing that relates to Amazon Flex, as well as all of these, is your standing. And holy shit, bro. I'm not going to talk specifically about Amazon Flex right now. This is kind of a broad topic. But your standing is so, like... It's almost like a credit score for this gig work. Like, you have to have a good standing in order to, like, keep doing the gig work, obviously. But I really feel like they'll give you shittier offers and stuff if your standing goes down a little bit. So I had a experience where there was a one-time password required for an Amazon delivery. I knocked. I waited on their fucking property for like 5 minutes. I called their number twice. I texted their number through the Amazon. Nothing. I didn't get a single response, so I marked it as undeliverable, and I brought it back to the station. 2 days later, I look at my standing, and it went down because I wasn't able to deliver a package. And I was like, how is that my fault? What?
Yeah. I've noticed that with Amazon and and DoorDash. Well, I guess all of them, maybe. I don't have experience with every single one of them, but I think it's because there's so many people behind you waiting in line. You are very disposable, way more than you would be at like a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of one of those like you fuck around and find out type of deals.
Yeah.
But like you said, even when it's not your fault, and that's very frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially with Amazon. Even when I worked at like actual Amazon, it was the same way. It was like, well, what the fuck? Some of these things are out of my control.
Yeah. No, they take, it's just like you said, man, there's this gig work, there's wait lists for all of it because people want to make that extra money or they want to find an easier way to make money and they think that this is the best way, which in my opinion is not the case. We'll get to that in just a little bit, but it's not like that at all, bro. You have to like really sit down and fucking evaluate your shit because they will hit you for shit that's not your fault at all. And Spark does the same thing. Like if you like go do a pickup order and it's missing an item and you didn't shop for that order, all you did was get it put in your car and then you went and delivered it and you're missing an item, you get hit on your standing. I'm like, how is that my fault? I didn't even shop for it. I literally set in my car and they put it in. Like, what is that? Yeah. What does that even mean? And the other cool, though, and I would say this could be a positive or a negative for Spark. It's your standing is also based on ratings that the customer gives you, and I know that happens on Amazon as well. But the positive ratings that you get on Amazon, in my opinion, don't really equate to like your standing. I feel like Amazon just is like, okay, cool, they did what they were supposed to do. That's fine. But the minute you get a thumbs down and it's like the package was delivered and it got rain on it, then it hits your fucking standing, bro.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's insane. And this gig work, like you said, it's disposable, man. They're not paying you by the hour. You don't have a W-2 with them. You're not considered an employee. You're considered an independent contractor, quote unquote. And that's all that you are. And there is hundreds, if not thousands of people waiting in line behind you for them to get the email that says, you have now been accepted to Amazon Flex. Please complete these steps and start driving by as early as next week. Like that's all it takes for them. And they don't lose any money. They don't lose any time or energy with you because they don't have to fire you or anything. They just deactivate your account. That's it. There's nothing else that you can do.
And carry on. Yeah.
It's just like they've made it a loophole, bro. Like Amazon especially, they've made this whole situation of like pretty much their entire business is run by third party and they're just raking in the money from it. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's completely out of, if anything like legal were to happen, Amazon would be like, that was actually so-and-so's fault, one of their 18,000 companies beneath them. It's insane how they're operating.
Yeah.
I mean, more power to them. They clearly know what the fuck they're doing. I think they're up there with Disney with knowing every single legal loophole. But that's probably a whole nother topic. We can do a deep dive into Amazon.
might end up dead, bro. Fuck, you better be careful.
Yeah, if fucking Mickey Mouse ain't coming for us, it might be Bezos.
Might shoot us off in his rocket, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was pretty much it. Just a pretty good little in-depth conversation about Flex because honestly, I feel like I said, that's my like go-to. I think that's probably the best one. But it's not it's not consistent as the others from what I've seen. There's not always a lot of Amazon routes. There's almost always Spark routes. And I'm sure there's almost always freaking DoorDash routes. But that's whenever you get into the problem of people accepting shitty fucking routes because it's just money to them. And it's like, well, okay, well then they're going to keep sending us shitty fucking offers. So
Yeah, the latest DoorDash scam I discovered was last week. I checked the cash delivery box to where I could now accept orders that are cash. Which at first I was very confused. I'm like, why the fuck? What? I don't want to fucking be fucking with cash. And then when you accept the delivery, it tells you to make sure you have change. I'm like, you got me tripping if you think I'm going to the bank and getting fives, tens, 20s, ones. Nah.
What the
Like what the
fuck?
hell? Yeah, so I just never roll with change. I'm like, whatever. Um, and I've done like 4 cash deliveries now, and it's always been pizza, Papa John's and Pizza Hut. I don't know. Assume I would imagine you could use a card on there. Well, yeah, because I've done it. I don't. It's very weird. I don't even know why it exists, but it does. And every single time the order has come to like 1920 something, and the customer ends up giving me a 20, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Keep the change. As I talked about earlier, I was like, yeah, fuck you. But then I'm stuck. I have like a $20 bill. And then my DoorDash earnings, say I made $10 prior to that, my DoorDash earnings is at 30. So in my head, I was like, oh shit, I'm at $40. But no, when you go to cash out, that $20 is deducted, which in fairness makes sense. But that $20 is deducted because you already have it in cash. But I'm like, why would you even put that on my earnings then? Just leave it out of there because it's in my pocket already.
Yeah.
I feel like it's super scammy. I'll be like, oh, I made $60 this today for 6 hours, but it's really only 40 if you're not counting I don't know. It's very whack.
No, that's just another way for them to fuck you, bro. Honestly, because like they don't
Yeah.
care about you as a person, bro. You're doing their job
Nah.
for them. They're literally
Yeah.
making money while you're putting miles on your car, risking getting in a car accident, all this shit, having to shop for people, wait in line at the fast food restaurants for you to deliver the fucking food, and they still get a bigger. Their freaking delivery fee is a lot more profitable than your tip every single
Yeah.
time.
And everybody with their monthly dash pass, they're just raking it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so I guess that leads good into this next slide here. Um, DoorDash versus Walmart Spark. So this will be good because I've done DoorDash. I have not done Walmart Spark. Um, DoorDash dominates the food delivery market, relying on high frequency on demand dispatch algorithms. Who the fuck? Somebody's pulling up here. Um, that is crazy because Uber Eats is, I think, still a thing. I haven't done that in ages. My Uber account's deactivated for some reason. And then there was Postmates and stuff like that.
I forgot about Postmates.
Sorry. I'm being all sus. I think Uber, if I'm not mistaken, bought Postmates. And then what was the other one? Grubhub? I don't know if they're still around.
Yeah, Grubhub.
But anyway, I bring all that. Yeah, I think Uber or DoorDash swallowed them all. They would have had to because you don't hear about them anymore unless they just went bankrupt on their own, but that's unlikely. But and I bring that all up to say is that like this is true. Like DoorDash, for whatever reason, they came in and clapped some cheeks. Like they're on the mountain now.
Yeah.
Highly dependent on customer tips for profitability. Ain't that the damn truth? As I said earlier, some of those orders will literally be like $2 to drive 10 minutes, which in theory is like whatever, but by the time you actually like stand there and wait for the food and do the whole shebang, it ends up being real bad. What is the rule of thumb for like all of this gig work is like $2 per mile, right?
That's what I've heard, and that's what we do on Spark.
Yeah.
Obviously, we try to shoot for more, but if there's like a $16 for like 7 mile, we'll accept it because that's not terrible, you know.
Yeah, well, that is incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to do for DoorDash. Again, I've been in the habit of accepting everything, especially when we moved here, because I was trying to like get my standing back up. But I think that was ultimately a mistake, because now they're just straight up taking advantage of me.
Yeah, you have to like, and that's the thing about this gig work, bro. You have to like advocate for yourself because the company is not going to do that for you. Obviously, you're on your own. You're independent, which has its upsides as well. Like they can't boss you around. You're showing up to do the job that you signed up to do. They can't tell you anything. They can't micromanage you or nitpick at you, whatever. So there's positives to that, but as far as like the algorithm, it's very touchy, bro. You cannot like if you accept something that's shitty, the next 5 days are gonna be nothing but shitty, bro, because they know that you're willing to do it.
Yep, it's like a skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty.
Yeah, like you literally have to like almost perform badly for them to be like, okay, we'll give them an easy one, and then it's like, okay, sick.
Yeah. And then shorter trips but frequent restaurant wait times. I sort of disagree with that because some of them would just be obnoxious, especially with stuff like McDonald's and Burger King. Like, if I pick up a McDonald's order, there is no reason I should have to drive it 30 minutes with how many McDonald's are within our country. Like, I'll be passing a McDonald's right on the way to deliver this shit. I'm like, bro, what happened here? And that's not the customer's fault. It's DoorDash, but it's just very strange.
We've experienced that too. We've literally done shopping at a Walmart and drove like 10 minutes just to find out that it was in the freaking neighborhood of literally another Walmart supermarket. I'm like, why wouldn't it not just go to that one?
Yeah, maybe the algorithms need to catch up and get better, but I don't know.
Yeah,
that's very weird. And then here's Walmart Spark, which again I don't know. You'll have more to say, but Spark handles Walmart's local grocery and retail fulfillment, offering different logistical challenge, heavier items. Water cases, large grocery loads requiring more physical labor.
Bro,
orders are often batched to multiple drops in one run.
Bro,
go ahead.
We had a fucking order pop up yesterday, and it was actually solid. It was like $20 for like four miles, which is not bad. And we were about to accept it, and it said bulky, and I was like, well, wait, what is that? Because we were driving in my car, the Challenger. It was a 75-inch TV. I was like, yeah, no, we can't do that. So... Like, I don't know if anybody can really do that unless you have a truck. Like, I don't understand why they're even offering this shit to be delivered.
That's crazy. What would have happened if you would have accepted it and then got there? I wonder.
Well, we were already there.
Shit on, huh?
We were already there because Autumn had a little freaking nail in her tire, so we were getting it patched, and that's why we were using my car for that. Like, we were still wanting to do some deliveries. And I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. Even in her car, it's like, I don't even know if we could have fit that in yours. Like, the TV itself, maybe, but not like the entire box and shit. Like, what are we going to take it out of the box and fucking...
Yeah, no.
I've seen some crazy shit being picked up. There was one today, a chick was buying a bunch of stuff and she had fucking sex toys in there, bro. I was like, I don't want to be seen shopping for that.
Talking about that the other day.
It happened to us today.
Crazy.
We didn't shop for it, but Autumn was like, "Oh, she's buying condos." I was like, "I don't want to go shop for that, bro."
Yeah, they don't have the Magnum, so you have to find a substitute.
Like, do they have a Great Value brand of the Magnum?
Yeah.
The Equate brand? Where's the Equate?
So theoretically, I'm rocking a 9-incher. What would?
It's not for
what
me.
would be the move here? Yeah. That'd make it worse.
Bro, we've seen some crazy stuff. But yeah, that bulky shit does fucking suck. Like Amazon, I think they have a policy. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it has to be under 50 pounds in order for them to put it on a flex driver. Because if it's above 50 pounds, it goes to a regular driver or like a UPS driver, I think. But Walmart does not. No, like one of those cases of water weighs like 40 fucking pounds, bro. And that chick ordered 8 of them like that one time. That's like, yeah, it was fucking a lot. I was literally breaking a sweat. I was fucking dying, bro. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, my wife, she's gotten cases of water for Amazon Fresh. And yeah, same story there. It's messed up.
Yeah, fucking sucks. But anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. Just finish off the slide. Base pay constitutes a larger percentage of earnings compared to food delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I haven't done Spark, but I would agree. It sounds like you're making a lot more than I ever could on DoorDash.
No, it does, bro. Like they do give you a base pay, and typically, from what I've seen, it's like anything under 10 miles, you get a base pay of $10. Anything more, it just kind of varies. But like $10 is like guaranteed within like under 10 miles, and then tips add on more to that. And I will say, most people have tipped us something on Spark, but there has been times where it's been very small, which is dumb.
Yeah. Well, that's good. This next slide, I was, it's for Uber and Lyft. Again, my Uber account is deactivated. It's because I messed up food delivery from 2019, I think it was, and I called them and there's nothing they could do, so that's sick. And Uber, that was for Uber Eats, but therefore I can't do Uber Driver either, so that's sick. I am signed up for Lyft. I'm all set up and ready to go. I have not tried it yet though, so I don't really have much to say about this.
You gotta have those drinks, bro. What you guys want to listen to?
Yeah, I have a whole plan. Instead of like buying like a rule plaque that you would put in like the back seat, like no smoking, don't fucking throw up, shit like that. I had planned on mounting the iPad in the back seat with a locking mount, of course. But I was gonna put like a rule sheet on there, and then on there was gonna be a Spotify QR code for a jam session. That was what I had in mind.
That's
so
pretty
they
cool.
could scan that shit, and then they could play their tunes. Again, haven't done it yet, but that's
or
what I
you
have
could
in my mind.
you could just have like the Spotify account on the iPad, and they could just play whatever.
Yeah, that'd probably be simpler. I thought about that too because I don't even use my Spotify anymore. So that's probably what I'd do. It would have premium and everything. So
yeah, hell yeah. You could just do it that way, and then whenever you're like in between rides or whatever, you could still play whatever music you wanted to as well, obviously.
Yeah, I just gotta find a way to get it to lock. I was gonna get like a locking cable and lock it to like the seat bolt or something. So like technically the iPad could come off the mount, but it can't leave the vehicle without significant force.
Some dude's just all fucking
yeah,
fucking pulling that shit.
I already had that vision in my head, but
some dude comes up with bolt cutters and he's all, "Hey, Logan."
Yeah. Apparently that's pretty lucrative. I don't know if you wanted to take this slide, but I know neither of us have done it, so.
Yeah, I don't really know much about the specialized gig ones, like Instacart. I know, actually, I can speak on this one a little bit. Spark is now run by the guy that created Instacart, so there's been a lot of controversy in the Spark realm from what I've seen on the TikToks and stuff. We barely started it, but apparently it used to be a lot better than what it is now. And Instacart is pretty much what Amazon Spark is, except it was for a lot of different places, but it was based on shopping. It was Instacart. It was you added if you wanted to shop at Best Buy, but you didn't have the means to get there or too lazy to go, whatever the case may be. You could pay somebody else to go shop for you and bring it to your door. It was very highly tip dependent, and that is also something that I've noticed on Spark, because even the short amount of time that we've done it, I have noticed that sometimes they release some crazy fucking amounts for some crazy fucking miles, bro. Like, we've seen $20 to go 60 miles. I'm like, you are 30 cents a mile, bro? Are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm not doing that. But people do it. Because they see the dollar sign. They don't think about the work. But there's things like that for Instacart, and I don't even know, like, Instacart. I don't know how popular that one is still. Honestly, to be completely fair, I have no idea. I've never used it. I've never really seen other people using it around me. But if it's big, I don't know. But what's up?
I've heard good stories, but yeah, I haven't tried it either. But that was a while ago. I just probably like anything else, it's probably gone to shit now. But anyway,
yeah, probably. TaskRabbit. Logan talked about that one earlier, but that one's a little unique because it's like odd jobs kind of. It's like if you need your yard cut, you can do this. You can do something like this as opposed to posting on Facebook. Hey, I'm needing my yard cut. Can somebody do it for $50? Whatever. Not that anybody would ever pay that much to cut their grass, but.
Yeah.
But this one seems kind of cool though, because you can set your own hourly rate, and obviously the customer would see that, and then they would be binded by some sort of contract. Like, well, the guy said his rate was $20 an hour, and it took him 4 hours, so you have to pay this dude $80. You know.
So I will say though, I am signed up for that. When I was unemployed for like a few weeks, I hopped on there. And you had to set your availability and all that. And then the main hourly, I think, was 30, but I brought myself down to 20 because I was trying to kind of, according to the algorithm, you want to kind of break in, get some jobs, get people to 5-star review you, and then you could up your hourly. Because until then, who's going to pick you if it's the same hourly as a 5-star? Makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, but I had some wild ass offers, like people. I need this desk built and this filing cabinet was one lady, but it had a max of like 4 hours at $20 an hour. And then I looked up the I asked her for a picture of the desk, and then I did circle the search for AI, and I was like, how long does this take to build? And it said 5 hours if you're by yourself, and the instructions are terrible. And I'm like, so I just declined it.
You're like, no.
Yeah. So there is bad parts. I haven't actually tried it yet, but everyone I've gotten has been some crazy shit like that where I feel like I was probably like their 18th option of being after being declined.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound very promising then either, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't know.
I get mad at that type of shit. I get mad building my own furniture. I'm like, fuck this fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, this last little part in this slide already kind of goes into like what I was saying earlier, and it's the multi-apping, if that's what you want to call it. But it's having multiple different gig services that you are signed up for at once. And I know a lot of people that do this. We have also started doing this now with Amazon and Walmart Spark. But just relying on the one, especially if you're trying to make some income, is not a good idea. It's not really a good idea to just do DoorDash and you're like, okay, I'm fine with that. You know, it's always nice to have that option because sometimes there might be better stuff on one app than there is on the other. Like right now, if they send out Amazon routes, I would pick those over Amazon Spark just because it takes less work and it pays almost the same as what the amount of work that I'd be doing for Spark. But there hasn't been a lot of Amazon routes, so that's why we've been doing Spark more recently. And I feel like this gig work requires you to do that type of thing. You know, if you're gonna start out in it and just do one just to get your feet wet, that's fine. But I would, within a matter of a couple months at the very latest, I would definitely sign up for something else and have another tool in your pocket because
get a backup.
Yeah, this shit, it's so inconsistent, bro. That's like one of the main points about gig work to me is the inconsistency. It's not consistent money. You know, whenever you sign up for Amazon Flex and it says you can make up to $21 to $25 per hour. Yeah, but that's like one time a day, usually. You know what I mean? Unless you're doing it like early morning and then an afternoon, then you can get 2 routes and maybe you can make a good little bit there, but you're working that entire time. It's not easy work.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's another misconception a lot of people have is that, oh, they're just picking up packages and delivering it. It's like, it's not just that though, because I'm doing it for 70 other people and I have to make sure I get the address right. I'm using my own gas. I'm using my own car. I'm making sure that it's getting to you whenever we're doing Spark. It's like I have to make sure that the frozen foods don't melt. I have to do those last, so I have to go all around the fucking store and go over here and buy the condoms here and then go to the ice cream section after because I don't want the ice cream to melt. It's like, you know, I have to do all that shit. And because of that reason, having multiple options available to you is what's going to benefit you if you're trying to make this like a solid form of income. You know, if you're kind of doing this just for fun, like on a Saturday, you're like, I'm just going to sit at home anyway, so might as well try to make like $100 or something doing some DoorDash. That's fine. I feel like that's a perfectly acceptable way to look at it. But still, even if you're doing that, I would have options because there's definitely been days where the Spark has been god awful, and it's like, God, I wish I had an Amazon route right now, bro.
Yeah, and if you're doing it, if you're trying to do it full time, just be advised it's going to be pretty difficult with any of this.
Yeah, it's literally
and come tax time.
Yeah, and it's not like it takes a lot of your time. This Walmart Spark shit, we can make at least $100 doing it, but I'm telling you, it's at least 4 hours of our fucking time, if not more. It takes your time fast, bro. Like, you don't think like, oh, just gonna go pick up groceries and deliver it. I can do a bunch of those. No, because you got to go to Walmart. You got to find a parking spot. You got to go inside, start your shopping, do it. And like I said, it's people are picky as fuck. They want the zero sugar, not the low sugar. And you got to find which one is right. And you got to put them all in the cart. And if you have more than one shop, like you're shopping for 2 people at once, you got to make sure to separate them and figure out who's going to who and all this. And it's like, it takes a lot longer than like what you would think. Cause I thought the same thing, like, oh, just going to go pick up groceries, bro. That's easy as fuck. No, it takes time. It's not hard, but it takes time.
Yeah. The struggle is real.
Yeah.
Let's see. This next slide, it'll probably go pretty quick. Let's see. Earning comparison. As I spoke earlier, Amazon Flex is apparently the cream of the crop, according to the interwebs. $22 to $55 or to 55. Imagine.
Damn.
$22 to $25 an hour. Uber and Lyft, $18 to $22 an hour. I'm really excited to give that a whirl. Walmart Spark, 17 to 21, and in DoorDash, 15 to 20. That I still feel like is high. I know I'm doing it wrong, but fuck, it's bad.
Granted, sure I haven't, it is, bro.
I haven't got to do like a full 8 hours of DoorDash. I've seen videos of people doing it for like a full day's work, quote unquote, and I guess you could do okay. But it depends on your car, it depends on your gas mileage, and it just depends on the day and who's ordering and who's tipping. So nothing, as we've been talking about, nothing is guaranteed.
Nothing is consistent, bro. This shit is not consistent. Even Amazon, it's not consistent to get a route. Like, you're not guaranteed to get one every day.
Yeah, exactly. Which that kind of slides into this new slide. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Hidden cost.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of hidden costs, bro. You have to think, first and foremost, it's kind of a big one, and we don't know what to expect, so I'm a little nervous myself. But the taxes, this stuff is not taxed, and you would think, oh, that sounds great then. They're not going to take my money. Well, they will at the end of the year. Don't get it twisted. They're going to bend you over. Don't you fucking worry about it. So you got to pay taxes, obviously, because any sort of income that you get, the federal government recognizes that, and you have to pay taxes on it. The Boston Tea Party doesn't hold anything anymore. That happened too long ago, so we need to do another one. Need to dump some more tea, damn it. No.
Imagine. Imagine what the fuck they'd be saying now. For thy, do thy Uber.
They're like, why are these dudes dumping tea in the ocean, bro? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Go tell them that it's a charge to dump. That's probably what they would say.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, fuck. Anyway, taxes are kind of a big one. I'm kind of curious. Once we get to the end of the year, and it'll be on the shit show, I'm sure, I'll talk about it, see how fucked I am. But this also leads into a bunch of other stuff, too, that you got to think about. In the long run, maybe not necessarily. I mean, gas is a big one, like you already touched on. Me and my Dodge Challenger, it's kind of a hit or miss, bro. I can take some Amazon routes, but if I did it every single day, I guarantee I'd be filling my tank at least once a week, and that thing takes $70 easy to fill right now. You know, back a couple months ago or a year ago or so, it wasn't that bad. But now I'm paying $65 at least to fill my tank. So you have to think, if I'm doing an Amazon route and they're typically around $60, one of my routes for that time period is going straight to my gas tank, in real honesty. Yeah. And also that takes away the time that I did, the amount of work that I spent, all that shit. It's like, well, I'm still putting stuff out of my pocket to do this job. But that also leads to a bunch of other stuff with your car. Vehicle depreciation. Everybody knows once you start getting those high miles on your car, it starts becoming less and less appealing to not only businesses like car dealerships. You'd probably be more likely to sell your high mileage car to a dealership as you would to somebody that's like a third party. You know, so nobody is going to buy what you are probably wanting for your nice little 2020 car on Facebook for $5,000 because it has over 100,000 miles on it. That's just not the reality of the car market. And that's what happens whenever you do this gig work. Think about it. You're doing it every single day. You're doing DoorDash. You're doing Walmart Spark from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You're like, I'm going to treat this like a job. Think about how many miles that is putting on your vehicle, how much work it's putting on your vehicle, how many times you're going to have to get an oil change if you do that every week for however long. It's going to put miles, it's going to put work, it's going to put everything that you don't want to happen to your own vehicle. It's not a company's car.
Yeah.
And then the other part of it is just like, of course, we've already been talking about it's not a real business. I mean, it is, but it's not a real employer in the sense of like a W-2 with benefits and health benefits and dental and insurance and all this shit. It's not there. There's no benefits. You're signing up as an independent contractor to work this job. Once you're done with that job, that's it. There's nothing else for you there. There's nothing else you can do. They have their own internal benefits, like 5% off an oil change at Pep Boys and shit, but...
Yeah. And there's like a whole other side to it that I didn't put on here. And also, when my wife started Amazon Flex, we were doing it in a Ram 1500 with a 5.7 liter Hemi. Definitely not the move. Filling up consistent routes, like daily routes, filling up every other day for $100. That'll definitely fucking eat your profit margins real fast. If you have a pickup truck and that's all you have, I would definitely recommend just finding side work on your own, yard work, junk removal, anything like that to actually use the truck and therefore make more money to pay for the gas. But aside from that, I didn't put it on here, but one thing that I recently just kind of went down the rabbit hole of is insurance. Typically, your regular insurance policy, unless you change it, it's going to only cover, cover is not the right word, but they're insuring you for like the average miles driven per year in your area, which is normally like 15,000 per year. If you're doing gig work, you're going to do way more than that. And to top it off, if you are trying to save money on your insurance and you're using the app and or a device in your OBD2 port or whatever to track your, like, you know, speeding, hard stops, mileage and shit like that, that'll do you dirty. I'm experiencing that right now. I signed up through Geico to get cheaper insurance, and the policy was for $15,000 a year, and they're seeing how much I'm driving, and they said, "Hey, yo, what the fuck's going on here?"
Yeah. Now they're going to find a way to charge you more.
So, yeah. So, very random tidbit, but definitely be careful.
Little fucking lizard. Little fucker.
Yeah. And I've called like 8 different companies, and it just doesn't matter. And we also moved to one of the worst states for insurance, so that's kind of on us. But, yeah, it's something I never really thought about. Like, when you... like before you give them permission to track you, which sounds crazy, but I was trying to save money. It was like, yeah, sure, I drive $15,000 a year. Who's gonna know? But now it's like, oh, they're gonna know.
They're gonna know. Yeah, they will.
Yeah. Anyway, random as hell, but I thought I'd add that.
No, that's actually, I never really thought about that either. So fuck. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and also back to the taxes. If you're trying to do this as your sole income, definitely beware of that, because that's going to come straight out of you. But if you're doing it on top of a W-2 job that generally you get a refund from, you should be okay, you know, because whatever you're doing on the side, your W-2 should, the side job should kind of steal from your W-2 per se, like what you would have gotten.
Yeah.
And ideally at the end of the world, you break even or owe a couple hundred or get a couple hundred, but...
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, we'll find that out in December. No. Or
yeah,
January.
Stay tuned for that. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to also say one of the hidden costs, but we've already been talking about it. It's just that unpredictable income. The offers don't always line. There's not consistent work. It's just, that's one of the hidden costs. Like, you're up and ready to go at 8 a.m. and then you turn on the app for Spark and it's nothing. The ones that come up are ass. High mileage, low pay. And by the time you get like a good one that's worth it, it's already 10 a.m. and you've already almost eaten up like 2 hours of the 4 that you're trying to work. So yeah. It can add up in a lot of ways. There is a lot of hidden costs to this shit. And I don't feel like a lot of people that look at this, they don't really think about it too much, like from the outside. I think once you've started doing it like yourself, you kind of realize this stuff. But I'm telling you, like, some of these customers, I feel like, for like DoorDash or Amazon Spark, like, they don't take into consideration all this shit. And it really kind of hinders, like, where they're getting comfort and simplicity. It's making a lot of people have to do a bunch of different stuff just so they could get by.
Yeah, it's incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
Well, here, this next slide is a good pie chart of worker motivation. As you talked about early on, about 50% of it is supplemental income, so that's to be expected. That's about what I know. That's what you're using it, or I don't know. I guess uh, for me, it was paying off debt, and then when I was jobless, it was supplemental income. But 25% of it is primary income source. I personally feel like that is super volatile. I don't know if I'd want to like bet it all on black per se. That would be extremely risky in my opinion.
No, it would. That would be rough. And a lot of people have been doing it, as we're going to talk about in the next slide, obviously, here in just a couple minutes. But I feel like, and this is my honest opinion, I feel like these gig jobs should be supplemental. I feel like you should still get a regular job that has benefits and has a schedule, and you get a consistent income. That's like the key word that I'm trying to really push in this deep dive. You got to get a consistent income, and then you could use this gig jobs to supplement that for vacations or working up to get a new down payment for a new car. Like use it for advantage, not as a crutch. You know what I mean? Because they're not using you as because you're a good worker. They're using you because they know that you want money and they're willing to give it to you, but you have to pay the price.
Yeah, absolutely. As a second job per se, it's certainly better than like the older days of like working your 9 to 5 and then flipping burgers in the evening. Me personally, I don't feel like that's the move anymore. You ought to be doing something like this.
Yeah.
And that's because of the schedule flexibility, which is on here. That's 15%. But that's why we like it. Like my wife is a stay-at-home mom, and so like she'll schedule a route for when we think I'll be home, and if not, oh well. You just, as long as it's within 45 minutes, you just cancel it. If that was a shift at Chick-fil-A, you do that a number of times and you're done.
It's like almost like the gig work is low expectations. That's honestly what it is. But it goes both ways. You have low expectations of like, oh, I can do this whenever I want. They also have low expectations. Somebody will take this.
Yeah.
Somebody will take this shit fucking route. And people do.
Yeah. These fucking peasants.
Yeah.
And then the remaining 10% is bridging job gaps, which is what I did about a month ago, and that was not fun.
Yeah. No,
I mean, I'm thankful for it, but it was not fun.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you, bro.
Damn, this next one's crazy.
Yeah. So I typically don't like to read slides, but I definitely will. So this talks about the independent workforce, and like what this whole gig economy kind of leads to as we kind of wrap up this deep dive. So this is saying this is projected, so it's not, set in stone, but I could honestly see this being it. It's projected that by the late 2020s, so here in the next couple of years, over 73 million Americans will participate in freelance or gig work in some capacity. That's not saying that 73 million are going to use this as a sole income. More than likely, I would say more than half of that is going to be the supplemental part to it, not using it as their full-time job. That is going to represent a fundamental shift away from the traditional employment that we see now. And that kind of leads into a bunch of different questions. Like, is that going to improve the job market or is it going to hurt it? Because then will companies start being like, I don't have to pay somebody a set hourly rate. I can just, like, if I need somebody to come in and do some Excel work for this day, I can just pay somebody $100 for a whole day and they'll take it. Like, you know what I mean? I could see that being a possibility, bro. It's just kind of scary to think about, but
that would be rough. Yeah.
We need somebody to type up some emails for us. Let's get on TaskRabbit. Fuck it.
Yeah. Or AI. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking wild. Yeah, that's a pretty crazy number, bro. 73 million. That's a good little amount, but it does make sense. I mean, think about it in cities like you're in, and how many people do DoorDash every single day. I'm sure I'm sure it's close to 1 million. If I mean,
Yeah,
kind of wild. Kind of wild to think about.
yeah, it is. And I've seen you'll see like a lot of like I don't know if I put an age on it necessarily, but like seniors doing DoorDash and stuff like that. And that is, for one, it's sad and depressing, but also it's just like sort of impressive in a messed up way. Like that we're in a society where if your retirement income, like if you either messed up at a young age or something crazy happened, but you're still able to just kind of like float by your bills just by delivering food, like it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Not ideal. Shouldn't be like that, but
Well, I've seen a
pretty
lot
cool.
of like older people doing Amazon Flex routes, like at the freaking warehouse with me. I'm like, damn, bro, you're making this chick carry a fucking 40-pound box. That's wild.
Yeah, and some of them, maybe they're bored or yeah, whatever else they want to work, whatever, cool. But
Yeah.
let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, here's more on the platform evolution timeline. This is crazy to think about. Uber, that shit came out in '09.
That is pretty wild to think about.
That's wild.
Like, I
We've come a
guarantee,
long way.
I guarantee that it was just like a taxi alternative because it started in San Francisco. So I bet that it was just a taxi
Yeah.
company at first because I don't think that smartphones were super big back in 2009. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like not everybody had them like they do now. So it was a little bit harder probably to get people to just sign up for it. I bet they had like a workforce that was doing it on a daily basis, like a schedule,
Yeah, and now unless you go to like a giant city like New York, you're not even gonna really see a old school yellow taxi cab.
Because everybody is okay to use Uber and shit, bro.
Yeah. 2012 and 13, Instacart. I didn't realize Instacart was that old either. DoorDash, I could see that. They launched expanding gig work to groceries and food. Yeah, DoorDash does do groceries, kind of, like Walgreens and stuff like that. 2015, the old big Bezos came in. Amazon introduces Amazon Flex, crowdsourcing its last mile package delivery network. And then Walmart, this surprised me. It's the newest at 2018 for their Spark delivery, scaling rapidly to compete directly with Amazon.
Yeah, but they can't because they can't guarantee.
No, no. And I think for a minute they were probably faster than Amazon, like grocery wise. But now, especially in big cities like where we're at, my wife will get those 1 hour routes, and 99.9% of those packages are deliveries that somebody placed like 2 hours ago that they're about to get, which is crazy. Insane.
Yeah, because Spark
You could,
is instant, bro. Like, if somebody places a delivery
Yeah.
order, it instantly goes out on the offers to the Spark drivers to accept.
yeah. Yeah, Amazon. Granted, I haven't been in Tampa for that long, so I don't know how long the 3 hour shit's been around for Amazon, but they're definitely coming. They're neck and neck.
Yeah. I can see that for groceries, but I don't think anybody's going to outcompete Amazon whenever it comes to a shipping service, Like,
Oh, no.
Amazon is just, they have the algorithms that keep their stock in their warehouses in the vicinity stocked with what people are going to buy, and you get that shit next day, sometimes even day of, and there's no other company that can do something that's not related to groceries that's like that. There's just nothing.
No.
Amazon has it set up, and it would take a big company to come out and compete with Amazon for the shipping service.
Yeah.
And I mean, who knows, bro? Maybe sometime down the future timeline, some company will come. Maybe eBay will become the next Amazon. I don't know, but I wouldn't see that being like the super. I don't know. Like, Amazon just has that shit on lock, bro. And I think DoorDash is just the like for the food, the fast food. I don't think anybody will be able to compete with it. I feel like, honestly, these companies, the ones that we've been talking about, have already freaking created the monopoly of their service already, and it would take a lot to disassemble that.
Yeah, I called you a few weeks ago when I was dashing, and I put out the hypothesis that I'd say within a decade they're all going to swallow each other.
Yeah.
Like Amazon's going to buy DoorDash, mark my words, because they already have the Fresh. DoorDash already has the Dash Mart and the Walgreens and shit. So that's like a no-brainer. And I highly doubt DoorDash is going to buy Amazon. I don't think it'd go the other way around. So
Yeah. No, I you could see that.
we'll see.
Yeah, that could happen, bro.
Yeah.
You don't even like Amazon. I don't know if Amazon would ever buy Walmart. That would probably be an expensive purchase, but you never know. Amazon's fucking crazy. They're crazy expensive, bro.
Yeah.
So who knows? They're worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be a big purchase, though, bro. Imagine a company like buying out Walmart's. Like you would have to buy for all the buildings, obviously, everything that's included in them already, all the supply lines, everything would be within that purchase. And there's thousands and thousands of Walmarts across the country. Like, oh my god, that would be an insane amount of fucking money to buy, bro. Holy shit.
They did it with Whole Foods, which is obviously significantly smaller. But that may have been their trial run.
Yeah, you never know, bro. You never know. I wish somebody did that to Hastings, though. So
Yeah, for real. Maybe Amazon will cop them, and then you could order all your stuff.
no, I'd want to go in person. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we were talking about that though. Like Amazon is going to have a store. I guarantee that's coming for sure within the next decade or so. There's going to be Amazon stores, bro. Like you can walk in and buy stuff.
They've already done it with like Whole Foods. I think it was Washington. This was years ago. I don't know how it's doing now, but they had the shit where if you had your Prime membership, there was cameras. Like you could literally just put shit in your cart and walk out. You don't have to scan it with your phone. You don't have to go to a checkout. Nothing.
That's crazy.
You just dip because it's just automatically scanning. It automatically knows who you are from your phone, from your Amazon app, and that's that.
Well, I mean, like, like the fulfillment centers, like they're going to have like a shopping, like a store just for that. Like if you're needing like a new phone or something and you're going to buy it on Amazon, you could just go to the store and buy it.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Although they're in the business of like killing local, like I feel like they know people don't want to drive and go to pick up the shit.
That's true.
So that's why they're doing what they're doing.
Laziness. Yeah.
But if yeah, I think they're going to capitalize on that. But if the pendulum ever shifted and people actually wanted to go touch grass some more, yeah, they could definitely throw some money at that idea.
Hell yeah.
And that's the scary part is they're literally capable of anything.
No, they definitely are. Amazon is a huge ass company, bro. All these companies, like all the ones that we've been talking about, I think DoorDash might be the exception. They're not as big as the other ones, but Amazon Flex and Walmart Spark, they are insanely big companies, bro, that are doing this shit. And that's like the standings and shit we were talking about earlier. So crazy to me, like that they're like we're so disposable as these gig workers to them. It's like. That's wild. Like, not everybody would want to do this, bro. Not everybody wants to come and buy 6 cases of water and put them at the top of an apartment complex. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Well, damn. That was a long-ass deep dive for gig work, bro.
Jinx. Yeah, that was fire. It was a great episode.
Yeah, I think
you guys enjoyed.
I think to wrap everything up of like what I was saying. Oh my god, I just got an advertisement on Discord for Amazon, bro.
Wild.
I think one of the thing that I would say to like wrap up everything if you're looking to do gig work is number one, don't sell yourself. You got to advocate for yourself because the companies are not going to. If you don't like the way that number looks, if you don't want to drive 30 plus miles for $20, then don't accept it. If everybody realizes that, they're going to stop paying so small. They're going to pay more because they want it. They need the job to get done, so they get the customers money, but they won't take advantage of you if you stop accepting that shit. And then the second thing I would say is consistency. Don't expect it. And if you're wanting to make it like a good amount of income, you have to do multiple. You have to get DoorDash. You have to get Uber. You have to get Amazon all at once. And one day you're thinking, oh, I kind of want to deliver some Amazon packages. Go and check Amazon, see if there's routes. If not, okay, well, the second best, I don't mind delivering some Walmart Spark. So then do that instead, Like, don't just think like, oh my gosh, they accepted me at Amazon Flex. I'm gonna have this as some extra income. Like, no, it's inconsistent.
Yeah,
you have to expect the inconsistency.
Yeah, get well diversified for sure.
Yeah.
And just be aware, yeah, like you said. Just don't go mindlessly clicking shit.
Yeah, because it's very easy. You see, like, oh my gosh, that's $60, accept, and then you look at it, and it's like, oh, it goes 60 miles. That's 120 miles on my gas tank. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of gas. So that $60 is going right to
Yeah.
my gas tank.
Yep. But all right, yeah, fire, great episode.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for tax time.
Yeah, that'll be our next deep dive in the gig once we get into the taxes.
Yeah. But all right, stay tuned. Goodbye.